Overnight, hundreds of New York City police officers in riot gear moving into Columbia University. SWAT teams rolling in. One by one, police officers seen filing in on an extended ramp into the second floor of Columbia's Hamilton Hall. In the late night hours, police forming a line around the perimeter, clearing protesters blocking the entrance. Once inside, going floor by floor, room by room. NYPD using flashbangs. At least 100 people arrested, led away, hands tied behind their backs with zip ties, and loaded onto a police bus. The university president allowing the NYPD to move in, saying the group who broke into the building includes students, but led by individuals who are not affiliated with the university, and that the administration was left with no choice.
They're not here to promote peace or unity or allow a peaceful displaying of one's voice, but they're here to create discord and divisiveness.
Almost 24 hours earlier, protesters marching from the encampment to Hamilton Hall, smashing through doors, throwing furniture, zip tying doors shut, and barricading themselves inside, putting up a banner renaming the building Hind's Hall in honor of 6-year-old Hind Rajab, a Palestinian girl killed in the war in Gaza earlier this year. This morning, Columbia sharing these videos with us, showing classrooms ransacked, the encampment cleared.
What were your thoughts about those student demonstrators that pitched tents and set up that encampment, demanding that the university divest from companies profiting from Israel? What are your thoughts on that?
So the students believe passionately in this cause, and they're willing to break all the rules and risk sanctions to draw attention to the genocide in Gaza. And they are willing to come out here even though the university is punishing them for doing so.
Overnight,
there ain't no damn students doing that shit, man. Anyway, I want to say shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in this gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. What we're witnessing here is insurrections, uprisings, protests that's becoming violent due to the narratives that the small hats are spinning. I noticed, I believe Congress, if I'm not mistaken, may have been 2 days ago, that I believe they voted on a particular bill to pretty much ban anybody that's speaking against the small hats. And what are the chances that these protesters have been kicking off for a few days now, and then all of a sudden they come up with these particular bills to protect the people that's in fact are the very threat to humanity, but they are a protected class. You know, I just find that freaking ironic how a bunch of people that create wars, put chemicals in foods, destroy families, destroy civilizations, but yet they somehow are protected because a group of people that was attacked October 7th is allegedly protesting those attacks in college campuses, which I believe they are paid agitators. I was watching Redacted last night, and they was kind of going into how these George Soros type riots and Antifa type state protesters are paid agitators that they pay to go around and start mischief. Because I'm reading comments and people are actually putting two and two together, and they're realizing that you small hats are the problem. Okay, that is like if somebody breaks in my house and tries to take me hostage or whoever is in my house hostage, and I defend myself from them and run them off. And then they come back weeks later and say, oh, well, you know, the person whose house we broke into, or, you know, he attacked us. But wait a minute, the common plausibility of that would be, well, why did you break into guy's house in the first place? Why did you start something with a guy that wasn't even funking or beefing with you? You know what I'm saying? Why would you do something like that? But then instead, the people that broke in the crib spins the narrative, and then I get persecuted for it because I just defended my safe haven. That's crazy, man. You know, and when you read the comments, people are sick and tired of you Amalekites, man. Okay, the world, and this is the Lord basically airing you out on a world stage, because you can use Congress, you can use your powers to be to come up with these laws to protest and to have people to silence against you. But at the end of the day, people ain't stupid. People are waking up, they're seeing what it is, and they're not trusting this mainstream narrative, because I refuse to believe that all these so-called Palestinians that's protesting are fucking students. Okay, I'm seeing old out there. Ain't no goddamn 60-year-old man taking a prerequisite at no damn Columbia University. That's a J. Get out of here, man. All right, so when you read the comments, it says, cover what's happening at UCLA right now. It says Zionists who are likely not students are attacking UCLA students that are peacefully protesting. Bam. DT, right? Right, it's the Zionists attacking students. And I don't know if this person is scoffing, but regardless of it, people are waking up to it, man. Okay, it says, how about we talk about the DT Act carried out by Amalek on peaceful protesters at UCLA yesterday while police looked on. How about that, right? Because the police have a stand-down order. They can't fuck with the small hats. Anybody else, you, me, or, you know, any other ethnicity goes in there and try to protest, then you get in the billy club upside the head and pepper spray and possibly shot. But yet these people who call themselves the JEWS, they can go around and they can cause as much problems as they want. And this is why the Most High is getting ready to fuck you Edomites right up, man. Okay, this is why the whole world is going to rise up against you, because for the simple fact, hey, they're not caring about their government. Okay, you think the people going to give a fuck about anti-S bill that you can't speak about? People ain't caring about that shit. People like, look, man, we fed up with these people. They got to go. All right, and that's how how Shai is fed up. All right, so it says, I've seen Gaza people at UCLA weren't peaceful. They were blocking, who students from moving around using the library. They should have been shot. You see how crazy that is? When the opposition is on those people, then all of a sudden the most extreme forces got to be used against you. But yet they could come in and spit in your face, shit in your grits, and you can't do nothing about it. All right. Both sides are bad. It says ex-Israel soldiers used the war gas, skunk gas on Columbia students January 2024. It says that was a T attack. Was that a major concern? Hell yeah, blah, 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 blah. Everybody's tired of the BS, the fun, the small hats. Yeah, and this is not the only university that's rioting. I believe, matter of fact, let's look up another one here. University of Chicago. What is it? University of Chicago? I don't know, man. Fuck. University of Chicago protest. Let's see what's cracking here. This seems like a pretty peaceful protest.
Not publicly available, that's super sucks. So it's like, about like, ambulance shit. You are not even seeing.
Well, these appear to be peaceful protests.
Let's be clear about a few things.
UCLA. Let's see what's cracking here. Because this is...
See some cloudy smoke over the encampment. We believe the official...
Yeah, hey, so
a lot more commotion now within the confines of the encampment as LAPD is now retreating. LAPD is now retreating from the encampment. They're retreating from the encampment. There are encounters with protesters. LAPD now scuffling with these protesters, the supporters who have shown up on that staircase. They are now fist to fist with some of these protesters as they try and make their way down the staircase. LAPD is retreating from the encampment as the crowd has converged on at least 36 officers who were apparently holding that skirmish line. That skirmish line is not holding, and those officers now retreating as they are being pushed out completely out of the encampment by no less than a couple hundred protesters on the encampment, within the encampment, within the confines of that plywood wall.
Cloudy smoke over the encampment. We believe the protesters have been using fire extinguishers. Also, a lot of flashbangs from authorities. That probably is contributing to a lot of that smoke you're seeing there. We don't believe there's a fire or anything like that. At least at this time, we've heard no reports of that. So that's certainly good news. But you can see that there is that large encampment still in place. These are the hardcore protesters who are not giving up. It's probably about half the size that it was yesterday. Yesterday we had two different kind of pieces of the encampment separated by a walkway, and now it looks like we just have that one group still hanging on there as police continue to encircle them.
And this is what police are trying to remove this morning. Let's send it up to
whatever. But they're trying to blame it on the Palestinians, so to speak. You know, but regardless of that, people are waking up to the fact that it ain't all students that's really protesting it. It's actually paid agitators. And people are waking up to the bullshit, man. I mean, it's obvious at this point. You know, all of them ain't students. You know, a lot of them students that go to that school probably don't know what the hell is happening. They probably saw a peaceful protest, and here we go. Now all of a sudden you got a small hats coming in and disrupt everything. And the world hates you small hats, bro. But this is what Yahweh Shai has come to do, set division. Okay, because this is actually the scriptures. The scriptures say that there will be uproars and insurrections of people. Okay, and you think those insurrections are something. Wait till these common folks actually rise up and know what the hell is going on. And that's when people are going to start getting shot at these protests. See, right now, you know, with these Antifas and these particular Soros protests or these paid agitators, a lot of times, man, they go in there and throw bricks and bottles and you may get banged up. But nobody's really in there bringing guns because, be honest with you, right? If the cops really wasn't aware of what was going on, they would come in there armed to the T, but yet they come in there with riot gear and nightsticks. I'm pretty sure they got guns stashed away somewhere, but come on, man. If they was coming into a situation that they wasn't anticipating, they would have been armed. So that shows you that all this is bullshit, man, but it's still prophetic. So this is the book of Luke 12:49. It says, I am come to send fire on earth, and what would I if it be kindled already? So Yahweh Shai is coming to divide, man. Okay, ain't like you Christians teach, oh, well, the Lord come to unite everybody. The scriptures don't say that, and we just read it. Okay, Yahweh Shai didn't come to unite a damn thing, but he's come to bring division and to bring fire on the earth, as we read. Okay, Matthew 24, and I'm going to start at verses, let's start at verses, where we at? 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation. We're seeing that the scripture said that the least of the flock should draw them out. Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So we're seeing it. We're seeing world wars. We're seeing insurrections. We're seeing protests. We're seeing riots, okay? All this because everything that them small heads did on October 7th, and then these fucking devils had the audacity to pass an anti-S bill. You know, because half them people that work in Congress are small hats, man. And the small hats run America. Like that's, what's this, Mayor Eric Adams or whatever the fuck that nigga's name, that coon nigga. He took a picture with this devil, Netanyahu, you know who. And you know the mayors of these cities like Eric Adams and the mayor of, what's his clown's name? He's a Jake mayor. I think he's over Atlanta. And then you got the mayor, Brandon Johnson. You notice you got Jake mayors over these Democrat cities like Kansas City, right? Even though Missouri is a Republican state, the city itself is more liberal. And of course, you got a nigga by the name of Quentin Lucas. That's the mayor of this wicked ass city. And it's always a bald head, bald face, Uncle Tom, Rod blowing, Amalekite loving nigga, man. And you Jakes are gonna get it. You know, I wouldn't shake that nigga's, what's his clowns in the mayor? I wouldn't shake his hand if you paid me. Like, I was talking to my supervisor at a point in time, and she was saying something about they had some shit going down in the city. Oh, we wanted to meet the mayor. I said, man, fuck nah. I want to meet that nigga for what? I don't want to be in the same room with that guy. You know what I'm saying? It was, it pissed me off. And it's like she really pissed me off with that. I'm like, what the fuck I want to meet him for? Like, he ain't Yahweh Shai. He's nobody I give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? And all you mayors, like Jake is mad in Chicago because this guy Brandon Jackson or Johnson. One thing, you can't trust a nigga named Brandon. Let's just put it to you this way. Any nigga named Brandon, you better look at him with two left eyes. You can't trust a nigga named Brandon. He's a nigga. You know, and last name Johnson, fucking white man name, Brandon Johnson, right? He's damn near as worse as this Yoshi-looking demon, Lori Lightfoot. You know, they've totally ran Chicago into the ground, man. I think the last decent mayor that Chicago had was this guy by the name of Harold Washington, and that was back in the 80s, and they may have killed him because he was actually doing things that was conducive for citizens, you know, for his people. They ain't like that because they gotta hire these clowns or these sellouts to rock you Jakes back to sleep, man. So this guy Eric Adams, that Jake mayor, that bald head old coon, hey man, the hell with that dude, man. He's a sellout, man. He's a jock sniffer sellout. All right, and you Jakes out there, you still believe in this system, then hey, the hell with you. Anyway, it says, for nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There should be famines and pests and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So we're going to have more protests, man. Okay, small heads are going to do more shit. They're going to pass more laws to the point that you ain't even going to be able to mention them in a fucking video. This is why they want to take shit down now, because everybody's exposing these damn devils. You know, and when Yahweh Shai get his hands on you for counterfeiting his nationality and setting your people up as the people of the Bible, you're going to have a real cold day in hell that day. Okay, because you small hats, man, every last one of you from the greatest to the smaller, you're going to get paid back. Straight up, man. And it's going to come a time, look, we're going to tell you what it is. You know, hey, it is what it is. Anyway, and the whole world is rising up against you devils. This is the book of 2 Ezra 9:1. It says, and he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I've told thee before. The scriptures say, I'm the Most High, declaring the end from the beginning. So these prophecies have been wrote and foretold by the men of the Lord of old, and they're coming to pass today. Okay, we're just coming back in our light, and we'll break it down what these things mean, because you got Jake out there. Man, y'all just reading prophecy, man. Y'all just reading it. No shit, Sherlock. We're reading it and we're breaking, giving you the understanding. Why do we need to go back and write it when it's already been written? That's stupid. The prophets were given a job to, they were given it to write it down through the vision. The Lord gave them the vision. They went out there and they wrote it down and they spoke about it and they didn't understand what they wrote. Our job as prophets today is to go back of what we wrote and break it down and give you the understanding of prophecy. That's the job of the prophets today. The fuck we gotta go back and rewrite it down? It's already been written down. We ain't gotta go back and write it down, man. We gotta write another Bible to appease you niggas. Yo, just read prophecy, man. Y'all ain't prophets. All right, niggas. Cool beans. But anyway, it says, then thou shalt understand that this is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of people in the world, we're seeing uproars, we're seeing earthquakes, okay, insurrections. People are rioting, man. They're going crazy. Shit, in Russia, they're rioting right now. So this whole world is literally up in chaos, man. And sooner or later, these protests going to kick to these cities, to these city blocks, and to the point that people just going to be in an all-out battle royal, man. And that's when shit really going to get real, because protesters are going to get violent. And ain't going to be none of this Soros Antifa bullshit that they throwing at. Like one comment said, he said that they're selling us this story. They've been doing this for months, and now so they want to sell it to you. This is why, you know, you watch ABC News, NBC, Channel 5, Fox 32, all them news that they tell you, they ain't gonna tell you the truth in there, man. They gonna spin a narrative. You know, that shit that your grandmother watch NBC News, and you know she believes in that. They don't know nothing about alternative news, and this is why they want to put a hush to it. But it says, and thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. So even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and ending in effects and signs. Okay, chariots, man, bro, like tornado, bro. We've been, man, like for the last 7 days or so, it's been nothing but tornadoes in the Midwest. I think like 7 tornadoes touched down in Oklahoma, probably more. No, I think they said 8. What is it like? They said it was like 83 tornadoes that hit this area, but I think like 7 hit Oklahoma. Okay, so the Most High ain't playing games, man. He's fucking this place up. You know? And that ain't nothing. The cherries are popping up, showing up, you know, inclement weather, fucking earthquakes, all types of crazy stuff is happening, man. People are seeing strange wonders in the heavens. Like last Friday, bro. It was literally like I probably could have counted over 1,000 lightning strikes within minutes. I mean, the sky was just lighting up. I'm like, man, I wouldn't want to be on the other side of that judgment, you know. But nonetheless, the Lord is really moving. This is prophetic. And sooner than later, people are going to start dying in these protests. It's to the point they're going to bring out tanks and they're going to start running people over, man. It's going to get real, especially here in America, because they're not going to play with you people here. You see? You get this in the book of Habakkuk 2. And let's start at verses 3. It says, for yet the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. It's speaking right now. It's not lying. Okay, we're seeing the prophecies. It says, wait for it because it will surely come. It will not tarry. But his soul, which is lifted up in him, is not right in him. This is talking about you Edomites. But the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keep it at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and as his death and cannot be satisfied. But gather unto him all nations, and heaping unto him all people. And this is why everybody's so pissed off at him, because they can literally start wars and blame it and change the narrative and make it seem like other people are victimizing them. And then you would get penalized for speaking out against it. I remember one video of mine they took down all because I was speaking on the war over there. And wasn't nothing even negative said. I said, wait a minute, man, this ain't no misinformation. What are you talking about? They shut it down because they have biased algorithms toward the Israelite videos to say, well, look, man, if any of these niggas come with a appeal, shut it down. You know, this is why this, honestly speaking, they just need to go ahead and shut this platform down. Okay, this YouTube, man, it's served its purpose. It's a done deal, man. Okay, the word has went out. And honestly, they could just pull the plug on this shit any day if they want to. I wouldn't even be mad if they pulled the plug on this shit. Because it's at the end of the day, I mean, it's done its job. And it's getting redundant at this point, because you got to continue to deal with this bias-ass algorithm. You know, but it say here, should not these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, which say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that laden himself with thick clay. And this is what the other nations are saying. It says, should they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou should be for booties unto them? And booties is spoiled, because thou hast spoiled many nations, and the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and all that dwell therein. Okay, and this is why everybody is rising up against this damn devil, man. Okay, people are tired of his shit. People are tired of you small. They're tired of you, man. Okay, people are realizing that you ain't nothing but a bunch of damn devils, man. Okay, and the world has had enough of your bullshit. All right, so anyway, with that, I'm gonna end it here. Giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, you were edified into the next lesson. Shalom.